And our last for seven Free Nation of Post-Russia Forum speaker is Jasper. He's fight for independent Cantonia. So, Jasper, do you hear us?
Hello, could you hear me?
Yeah, we heard it, and we see you. So, please, you have 5 minutes. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. I will try to make it quick. Hello, friends of Free Nations of Post-Russia Forum. My name is Jasper, one of the campaigners of Cantonia Independence Party. It is my pleasure and honor to have the opportunity to connect with you. Like Russia, China is an empire with more than 100 different ethnic groups. All humans under China's tyranny are forced to identify themselves in only one way, which is Chinese. My homeland, Cantonia, known as Guangdong Province in the world, is a land occupied by China. It is at the southernmost part. It faces the sea and shares water with Vietnam. Although Cantonia is widely considered as part of China proper and we are seen as pan-Chinese, there is not a single school in Cantonia that offers education in our native languages. Our history has been marked by a series of struggles against the Chinese empires. We established our chiefdoms and kingdoms. Our ancestors never ceased their resistance. Cantonia is a coastal region that has always been a trade center for maritime Southeast Asia, and Chinese occupation has consistently disrupted our economy, broken our connection to the world. In 1911, the last Chinese imperial dynasty collapsed. It was triggered by various provinces, including Cantonia, to declare their independence. But in those days, our ancestors were not fully aware of their identity, separate from the term Chinese. That's why the provinces form a confederation of republics. Our ancestors believed that they could enjoy autonomy within the confederation. We had our own government, currency, and army during that time. The only thing lacking was the consciousness of a unique identity. In 1917, the Russian Empire collapsed and several nations were freed from occupation, including Kazakhstan, Siberia, and others. The rise of the Bolshevik terrorists and the Soviets led to the reconstruction of the empire in a more oppressive form. After great resistance, these independent states were conquered by the Soviets again. Compared to Russia, China has an even longer history as a centralized empire. So, in 1921, the Congress of Cantonia began drafting our own constitution. However, it triggered the paranoia of the Chinese imperialists. They believed that as regionalists made their own constitutions, it would further lead to the disintegration of China. So when Russia financed and encouraged the Chinese nationalist and communist movement, during the 1920s, it provided training, weapons, and ammunition support to support the Chinese nationalist government. The Soviets also taught them to establish a Leninist dictatorship, while the local constitutionists of Cantonia aspired for a democratic autonomous province. They found themselves pitted against the Soviet-backed Chinese forces. In 1924, the local population of Canton rose up against the pro-Soviet Chinese regime. The brutal suppression that followed completely destroyed the most prosperous district by fire. This act of accuracy marked the beginning of Red Terror nightmare for Cantonia and the entire East Asia. Our ancestors fought hard and made huge sacrifices during a resistance which lasted for 44 months. This chapter of history remains little known to the wider world. Following the complete conquest of Cantonia, the Chinese faction and the Russian puppet master gained the base and capability to invade other independent provinces, which eventually led to the formation of a unified Chinese empire. The rest is history. China and Russia are two neighboring empires which share many similarities, and historically, they have often supported each other. And now, even though China has not directly participated in the invasion of Ukraine, it is providing support to the Putin regime indirectly. They increasingly rely on mutual support. Despite Putin's regime no longer being under the name of communism, it has inherited many institutions of the Soviets, and Putin has relied on traditional Russian imperialism. Many ordinary people in the West may find it difficult to understand this mindset, but those of us who have lived under it will find it all too familiar. Xi Jinping shares a similar mentality when it comes to the Taiwan issue. He cannot tolerate Taiwan to be a small country which embraces democracy, freedom, and global connection. It is now clear to the world that Russia could never win the war The question is when and how will Russia collapse? Chinese leaders understand well that such a collapse would create a great pressure on its northern borders. The liberation of Far East Asia under Russia would inspire the liberation of East Turkestan, Manchuria, and others. That's why, despite the geographical distance between us, we strongly believe that it's our duty to stand with you and support your quest for liberation. It was only in the past decades that the Cantonia independence movement began to gain traction. The Chinese authorities are deeply fearful of the spread of this idea and have arrested activists involved. They also banned the display of the Cantonia flag, which was designed by individuals on the internet. Our movement has a shorter history compared to yours, but we believe that our independence should be realized in the end. It is our sincere hope that your nations will one day achieve freedom. I would like to express my gratitude for your efforts in organizing this event and for your support. And thanks, Japan. Spasiba. Thank you.
Дякуємо, arigato. Thank you, the last speaker, and thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone from you that came yesterday, today. Thank you for this great speech, for this great